Deep in the Amazon, the Pitaro River becomes a thunderous force, its waters carving a path through one of the world's last great wildernesses, shaping the land and the lives that depend on it. At its heart lies Kaieteur Falls, the world's largest single-drop waterfall, where the river plunges over 700 feet in a breathtaking display of raw power and beauty. More than a natural wonder, Kaieteur is the beating heart of Guyana, sustaining a unique ecosystem found nowhere else on Earth. Its thunderous roar echoes through the rainforest, a constant reminder of nature's might and resilience. Its misty spray nurtures rare golden frogs and giant bromeliads, creating a sanctuary for species that exist only in this hidden corner of the world. Every droplet, every leaf, is a living testament to nature's delicate balance, a balance that has endured for millennia, but now faces new challenges. Beneath Guyana's wild beauty lies another treasure: billions of barrels of oil, recently discovered and thrusting the nation into a global spotlight. This newfound wealth promises opportunity, but also brings difficult questions about the future. Kaieteur's story mirrors Guyana's own, caught between preserving untouched wilderness and embracing newfound prosperity. The choices made here will echo for generations. The falls are sacred to the Patamona people, named for Chief Kai, who, legend says, sacrificed himself to save his tribe from destruction. For them, Kaieteur is a place of memory, reverence, and identity. His spirit is said to linger in the roaring waters, a reminder of the deep bond between people and land, a connection that endures even as the world changes around them. Kaieteur is not just a geological marvel, but a symbol of Guyana's identity, and the urgent choices it now faces as it stands at a crossroads between tradition and transformation. Here, the past, present, and future collide in a single breathtaking leap, reminding us that the heart of a nation beats strongest where its stories, people, and landscapes come together. Guyana, land of many waters, is shaped by ancient rivers and the Guyana Shield, one of Earth's oldest formations. Rivers like the Essequibo and Pitaro have carved dramatic landscapes, creating tepuis and labyrinthine waterways. 80% of Guyana remains pristine rainforest, sheltering capybaras, howler monkeys, cock of the rocks, and elusive jaguars. Indigenous peoples, including the Arawak and Carib, have lived here for millennia, passing down deep knowledge of the land. Colonial rule by the Dutch and British transformed Guyana, leaving a legacy visible in its language and architecture. Independence in 1966 marked a new era, but also brought the challenge of forging a national identity. Today, Guyana stands at a crossroads, balancing its rich natural heritage with the demands of a modern nation. Its future depends on honoring both its ancient roots and its evolving aspirations. Guyana's culture is a vibrant mosaic, shaped by African, East Indian, indigenous, and other influences. Festivals like Mashramani and Cricket Carnival unite the nation in music, dance, and celebration. The cuisine tells its own story. Pepper pot, curries, and cook-up rice blend Amerindian, Indian, and African traditions. Georgetown's colonial charm and the country's relative isolation have preserved its unique character. For decades, Guyana was a hidden gem, largely untouched by mass tourism or global investment. But the discovery of oil has thrust it onto the world stage, promising transformation. Now, Guyana must navigate the tension between preserving its identity and embracing rapid change. Its cultural richness is both a foundation and a guide for the journey ahead. In 2015, ExxonMobil's discovery of vast offshore oil reserves changed Guyana overnight. The nation's economy is now the fastest growing in the world, with oil production set to soar. For a country of under 1 million people, the scale of new wealth is staggering, billions in potential revenue. But with this windfall comes the risk of the resource curse: corruption, inequality, and over-reliance on oil. Guyana's leaders vow to invest wisely, diversify the economy, and avoid the mistakes of other resource-rich nations. The oil boom has elevated Guyana's global profile, drawing attention from world powers and diplomats. High-level visits, like that of U.S. Congressman Jonathan Jackson, signal Guyana's new strategic importance. The nation is no longer overlooked. It's a key player in energy and diplomacy. Guyana faces the challenge of turning oil wealth into lasting, equitable progress. Beyond oil, Guyana's greatest asset is its vast, ancient rainforest. Over 80% of its landmass is covered in lush, green wilderness. These forests have stood for millennia, sheltering countless species and shaping the climate of the entire region. They are not just a national treasure. but a vital part of the world's ecological balance. These forests are a crucial part of the Amazon basin, storing nearly 20 billion tons of carbon dioxide. This immense carbon sink helps slow global warming, making Guyana's rainforests essential in the fight against climate change. Every tree, vine, and patch of moss plays a role in absorbing greenhouse gases from the atmosphere. Remarkably, Guyana is carbon negative. Its forests absorb more CO2 than the country emits. This rare achievement sets Guyana apart, showing that a nation can develop while still protecting its natural environment. It's a model for balancing progress with preservation. This unique status lets Guyana champion both energy security and climate action on the world stage. Guyana's voice is growing stronger in international climate negotiations, advocating for sustainable development and responsible stewardship of natural resources. The forests teem with life: giant river otters, harpy eagles, and countless rare plants. These rainforests are a sanctuary for some of the world's most unique and endangered species, many of which are found nowhere else on Earth. Protecting this biodiversity is a global responsibility, not just a national one. Scientists and conservationists from around the world come to Guyana to study its ecosystems, learning valuable lessons about resilience and adaptation. Guyana is pioneering a new conservation model, monetizing its forests' carbon storage. By selling carbon credits, the country generates revenue while keeping its forests intact, proving that economic growth and environmental protection can go hand in hand. By proving that forests are worth more alive than dead, Guyana hopes to inspire other nations. This approach encourages countries everywhere to see forests as valuable assets, not just resources to be exploited. This innovative approach could reshape how the world values and protects its natural treasures. If adopted globally, it could transform conservation efforts and help secure a healthier planet for future generations. The stakes are high, but so is the potential for global impact. Guyana's forests are a beacon of hope, showing that with vision and commitment, we can protect the green lungs of our planet for generations to come. Guyana's low-carbon development strategy, or LCDS, is a bold and innovative blueprint for the nation's future. It's a vision that seeks to balance economic growth with environmental stewardship, charting a path that few countries have dared to take. The plan leverages revenues from both oil production and carbon credits, channeling these resources to build a modern, climate-resilient economy. It's about harnessing the country's natural wealth to create opportunities for all Guyanese, while also protecting the environment for generations to come. In 2022, Guyana struck a landmark $750 million carbon credit deal with Hess Corporation. This agreement promises to keep 99.5% of its vast, pristine forests standing, making Guyana a global leader in forest conservation and climate action. The funds from these deals flow into a sovereign wealth fund, carefully managed and earmarked for critical sectors like education, healthcare, infrastructure, and green energy. This ensures that the benefits of development reach every corner of society, improving lives and building resilience. The ultimate goal is clear: achieve prosperity without sacrificing the environment. Guyana is working to build a diversified economy, one that isn't dependent on oil alone, but also values agriculture, tourism, and technology. Guyana aims to produce what it calls low-carbon oil, using oil profits to fund conservation, renewable energy, and sustainable development. It's a unique approach that tries to reconcile the needs of today with the demands of tomorrow. The nation offers a pragmatic deal to the world: supply much-needed energy now, while protecting its forests for the future. It's a balancing act that requires careful planning and constant vigilance. This approach is not without controversy. Critics question whether oil and conservation can truly coexist, but supporters argue it could serve as a model for other resource-rich countries seeking sustainable development. Guyana is betting that sustainable development and oil wealth can not only coexist, but actually reinforce each other, creating a future where people and nature thrive together. The world is watching closely to see if this ambitious experiment succeeds, and whether Guyana can truly marry oil and forest for the benefit of all. Indigenous peoples and local communities are central to Guyana's conservation strategy. The LCDS ensures they are not just protected, but empowered and directly benefit from forest preservation. 15% of carbon credit revenue goes straight to these communities, funding their own development priorities. Villages create sustainability plans, investing in solar power, ecotourism, and climate adaptation. This model gives communities financial autonomy and a stake in long-term stewardship. It moves away from top-down conservation, making locals true partners in protecting the forest. By linking livelihoods to forest health, Guyana creates powerful incentives for sustainable management. The approach is hailed as a breakthrough for social justice and effective conservation. Indigenous knowledge and leadership are now at the heart of Guyana's environmental future. The guardians of the forest are leading the way in this new era. Guyana's development model is drawing global attention, balancing oil production with climate leadership. If successful, it could offer a blueprint for other resource-rich, climate-vulnerable nations. Critics warn that new oil production threatens climate goals and risks environmental disaster. Others argue it's unfair to deny Guyana the economic opportunities wealthier nations enjoyed. The key is transparency and investing oil wealth in a green transition. Guyana's journey is a real-world test of whether rapid development and environmental protection can coexist. The world is watching, not to judge, but to learn from Guyana's bold experiment. The stakes are high, and the answers will shape the future for many nations. Our journey ends at Kaieteur Falls, where the roar of the Pitaro River echoes a call to action. Kaieteur stands as a symbol of nature's power and the urgent need to protect our planet's wild places. Guyana's story is one of hope, ambition, and the struggle to balance prosperity with preservation. The nation's path is risky and complex, but driven by courage and vision. Beyond headlines and statistics, this is a human story of indigenous communities, young dreamers, and leaders shaping a new future. Guyana's forests are a treasure for the world, not just a store of carbon. Let the thunder of Kaieteur inspire us to support a future where development and nature thrive together. The vision is clear, a partnership between people and planet, with Guyana lighting the way.